Welcome to Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. Former Charlotte Mayor Pat McCrory learned some valuable lessons on the 2008 campaign trail, and he plans to use them to his advantage running for governor again. McCrory won the 2008 Republican nomination for governor, but went on to lose to North Carolina Governor Bev Perdue in the general election. McCrory is one of 12 candidates who would like to occupy the governor's mansion next year. Poll results have consistently placed McCrory at the top of the field. A March 13th Real Clear Politics poll has him leading all Democratic challengers by between 10 and 20 points. McCrory recently stopped by the Beacon, where he talked jobs, lessons learned in 2008, and more jobs.
Well, first of all, it's inexcusable that we have a higher unemployment rate than not only the national average, but here in this county, higher than North Carolina's average, especially when you have so many resources that I think are great economic development tools. But there are several things that I think are impacting us. First of all, you are competing right across the border with much lower income taxes and corporate taxes. And that's the first thing Beverly Perdue did when she became governor, was increase those two major taxes, which impacts business, just trying to keep their doors open. And at a moment's notice, if you keep raising them, they can go right down the street and change their place of business or move. And that's the worst thing the governor did with regards to trying to keep businesses and jobs in North Carolina. So I'm going to look at a strategy on how can we reduce those two taxes that I think impact jobs more than anything else and don't make us competitive with South Carolina. And listen, I've been mayor of a city that's right on the border too. You're competing right across the border, and people look at that tax rate. And if there's a 2 or 3% difference, it's a fine line right now between making it or not making it. It's 2 or 3% in your income or on your corporate tax.
Though a court decision allowed Brunswick County Commissioners to proceed with a hearing to remove County Commissioner Charles Warren from the county's DSS board, the matter is still pending in Brunswick Superior Court. County Attorney Huey Marshall has filed a motion to dismiss the case. He is also asking for $217 in costs associated with the temporary restraining order Warren received to halt the original hearing. Marshall said the money the county is seeking is to reimburse costs associated with the motion and re-advertising the hearing in the Brunswick Beacon and the State Port Pilot. Marshall said those costs would not have been incurred had Warren not sought an injunction and received a temporary restraining order to stop his removal hearing.
Statewide unemployment dipped slightly in January to 10.2%, but here in Brunswick County, unemployment is up. The county's January unemployment rate was 13%, up from 11.9% in December 2011 and up from 12.2% in January 2011. Commerce officials said seasonal factors contributed to the spike in 95 of the state's 100 counties. New Hanover County had lower unemployment rate than Brunswick County in January, as did Pender County. To the west, Columbus and Bladen counties topped Brunswick County with 14.3% and 13.3% respectively. Sunset Beach Town Council has begun reviewing resumes submitted for the town's future fire chief at their monthly workshop Tuesday. Council members went into closed session to take a look at applications. The position is being vacated by current Fire Chief Chris Barbie, who is retiring March 30th. The session lasted about an hour. Town Clerk Lisa Anglin said Tuesday the town had received 82 applications. Town Council is expected to narrow down the field during the review process before selecting candidates to be interviewed. Barbie's pending retirement was announced in January. Monday night, Brunswick County Commissioners honored Barbie for his 30-plus years in fire service.
It's been 3 weeks and still no charges have been filed in the death of 3-year-old Jaron McAllister. 2 men identified as suspects by the Charlotte Police Department appeared in court on Tuesday, shackled to one another. Monte Murray, a man who led police on a high-speed chase after allegedly dropping Jaron off at the hospital, faces 2 charges of assault with a deadly weapon on a government official, among other charges. Murray's case was continued until Friday, March 23rd. Jesse Holt also appeared before a judge on charges of felony possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver a Schedule 6 controlled substance. Holt's new court date was set for May 1st. He is also set to appear on Thursday, March 22nd on charges of manufacturing a Schedule 6 controlled substance. For more on this story, pick up this week's Beacon. An Ocean Isle Beach man has been convicted for sexually abusing a teenager who has Asperger's syndrome. Matthew Yao of Ocean Isle Beach was convicted Monday, March 12th of 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child and 2 counts of disseminating obscenity. The incidents occurred between 2006 and 2007. The victim is a male who was between the ages of 13 and 14 years old at the time the assault occurred. Yao was sentenced to 32 to 40 months in the North Carolina Department of Corrections.
A Belleville Town Commissioner has been arrested for threatening and cyberstalking the town's mayor. Joseph Baralt, 68, of Leland, was charged Monday. He is accused of threatening Belleville Mayor William Batson, including saying he would beat him up if he didn't watch his mouth. On another occasion, Baralt allegedly threatened to inflict bodily harm on Batson via an email. This is not the first criminal matter facing the town board. In February, Batson was found not guilty of sexual battery. Baralt is scheduled to appear in Brunswick County District Court at 9:30 a.m. Thursday, April 19th.
A Calabash man has been charged with attempted armed robbery of a Calabash restaurant and an attempted break-in at a gas station. Ryan Inman, 18, of Calabash, was arrested Wednesday, March 14th by Brunswick County Sheriff's Office detectives. He is charged with attempted robbery with a dangerous weapon for a March 12th incident at George's Pancake House on Beach Drive. Inman is also charged with attempted breaking and entering of a Citgo station on Beach Drive in Calabash on March 13th. Find all of these stories and much more in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now. Welcome to the Beacon Sports Report. Jimmy Fletcher has been reinstated as head football coach at West Brunswick High School. After West Brunswick High School Athletics Director John Floyd dismissed Fletcher in November, Fletcher filed a grievance. The school board ruled in favor of the grievance this month. Fletcher said he is excited to come back and looks forward to coaching the guys. Floyd said he has no comment about the decision. He dismissed Fletcher after the football season. West finished the season 4-7. Fletcher had just completed his 9th season at West. The inaugural Hospice Closer to Home skeet shoot, March 16th at the Buccaneer Gun Club in Leland, attracted many participants. It was part of a 2-day fundraiser with activities beginning March 15th with a barn party at Hornelli Stables in Bolivia. The events were fundraisers benefiting Lower Cape Fear Hospice and Life Care Center and the Brunswick County Care Center Closer to Home project. The club on Goose Pond Road is a certified skeet facility. Participants were treated to on-site instruction, 2 full rounds of skeet, additional shooting opportunities, and an event swag bag. On March 13th, Jesse Simmons' 3-run home run completed an 8-run rally in the 6th inning as West Brunswick beat North Brunswick 8-4 in a conference baseball game. North pitcher Tyler Barnes had a one-hitter through 5+ innings and left the game after walking 2 batters in the top of the 6th. West then scored 8 runs, taking advantage of a walk that loaded the bases, an error on an attempted force at home, and a hit batter to score the first 2 runs. West Bladen out-hit West Brunswick's girls softball team 11-3, but the Trojans took advantage of the night's errors for a 6-5 conference victory last Friday night at West Brunswick. In the 4th, the Trojans scored 5 runs off 1 hit and went on to win the game. You can read all of these stories and see more great photos in this week's sports section of the Beacon.
Well, good morning, Trish.
Good morning, Laura.
Who have you got here today?
This is Batman. Batman is about 1.5 years old. He's really sweet. He's beautiful coloring.
Yes, he is.
He was adopted and his owners were no longer able to care for him, so he came back with us to find another home. And he'd like to get out of here and get away from us always going do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Batman theme. He's sweet as can be. He comes with his own blanket. He's very attached to one blanket.
Very nice.
And that goes with him. He's neutered, he's up to date on all his shots and tests, and he's just looking for somebody who would love to have a very lively, playful young cat to keep them company in their home.
Okay, sounds like a good deal to me.
Well, Batman would certainly say so.
Absolutely. And this is, he comes with his own blanket. Now that's not his own cape, right?
Well, no, no bat cape.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Just his
Just
own
to
blanket.
clarify. So come on down and visit with Batman, and there are other cats and kittens here who are just as beautiful to visit with and to hopefully adopt. They're open on Wednesdays from 11 to 1 and on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 3. And here at Cattails, the workers, they also take cats up to PetSmart in
Yes,
Wilmington.
we do. We're at PetSmart in Wilmington every Friday night and all day on Saturday.
Oh, that sounds good. All right, well, come on and visit with all these beautiful cats and kittens.
A local real estate agent is praising 2 roofers who rushed to rescue a baby owl that fell out of its nest last week. Calabash realtor Pam Allen of Sunset Beach was showing property last week when she and her clients found the baby owl on the ground near the Intercoastal Waterway in Sunset Beach. Allen wasn't able to find anyone who could help until the next day when roofers Samir Baran and Omar Cabrera agreed to take their tall ladder to the site and carry the baby owl back to its nest some 30 feet overhead. Allen said their kindness and quick response have renewed her faith in humanity. Thanks to them, the baby owl is safely back in its nest and with its sibling and its mother.
West Brunswick High School is rallying for a cure on Thursday, March 22nd. West Brunswick High School Rallies for a Cure begins at 5 p.m. with a chili dinner. There will also be a silent auction. Then at 7 p.m., the music department and faculty are teaming up for a talent show to include special guest alumni. Tickets for both dinner and a show are $10 or $12 at the door. Tickets for just one event are $5. Tickets are on sale now by calling the school at 754-4338 or by stopping in the school's front office.
A crowd of Carolina Shores residents and second graders from Jessie May Monroe Elementary School turned out to celebrate trees last Friday morning. It was the town's 4th annual Arbor Day celebration. Mayor Walter Goodenough spoke about the benefits of trees and took part in the planting of a holly tree. The students were given fire hats and a tour of a fire truck by the Calabash Fire Department. Cape Fear Area Ranger Bill Walker with the North Carolina Forest Service presented the town with its first Tree City USA Award.
Last week, children from all over the county enjoyed Blockfest at Brunswick Community College's Early Childhood Education Center. The interactive exhibit was offered to children and their parents as a part of the Smart Starts Parents as Teachers program. Blockfest is designed to help parents and children learn about early math and science concepts in preparation for school readiness. The exhibit was open to all children between 8 months and 8 years old. During the 2-day exhibit at BCC, more than 100 parents and students attended. Children played with 5 types of blocks, including foam blocks, unit blocks, cube blocks, wooden planks, and brick blocks.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. And don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of the Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. We close out this week's show with images from the Closer to Home Hospice fundraiser Skeet Shoot.